Trey Songz got some issues right now,
Oh,
man.
Tremaine.
He got some issues right now, man. He got some going, man. I guess old girl is suing him, man, for $10 million or something like that.
Then
man.
he just beat something a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah, that Bill Cosby
On the same lines of.
Yep, $10 million. Trey Songz sued for $10 million, accused of groping and exposing a woman's breast.
R&B niggas ain't no joke, boy.
Man, but you know
Rushing these.
You mentioned 2 Live Crew earlier. That's how I got in the industry, was through 2 Live Crew, through Mr. Mix and them. I used to help them dudes out doing little stuff and like that, right?
Mm.
And I remember, man, when they went on stage, dog, they would invite girls on stage, and if you went up on that stage, your top was coming off.
You already know it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some the way shit's going now, dog, you gonna have somebody come from the day.
Yeah, but
And then it's such a hustle when you sit up there and look at videos like that where she's very much enjoying herself.
Right.
Like, it's like she's honored.
They done went and found a video from 10 years ago? I don't know. When did they say this happened?
This is 10 years ago.
Okay, so they done went and dug up a video where a nigga walked up and looked like they all at a little pool party, drunk, having fun.
She's smiling and laughing.
She's giggling and smiling and laughing about the incident.
But you see what color she is, right?
Come on.
And I'm going to tell you what this is all about.
Is it about a money grab?
It's a money grab, and the fact she's a little white girl, they going to give it to her too, because she's sitting up there kikiing and laughing. Ain't no telling if she done went back there and blew his whole top down.
My nigga got $10 million?
You know, that's the thing, man.
You get me? Like,
he been having a lot of hell of a case. His case has been hell of a...
You got to think about it like this, Eiht.
Lately.
He ain't got to have $10 million, because if he tell that broad he got $1 million for it, she go take it and go get on.
I'm just saying, period. But... So they're gonna let her... Oh, man, all of this is because the stem of the Megan fallout, right?
Well, see, the alleged incident took place in August of 2013.
Okay, so why it take you 10 years after I go through... And another thing, none of this was presented during this whole case and trial and all of that. And the minute they convict the nigga and say they finna send him away, now here come, he exposed my breast 10 years ago.
Well, this is what it was. I guess this took place at the Foxwoods Resort Casino on a Nantucket Pequot Tribal Nation Reservation in Connecticut. Neverson was hosting the event. The woman wanted to take a photo with the artist. She was working as a business analyst for a local liquor distributor and said the situation made her feel ashamed, embarrassed, and anxious about whether or not her colleagues had seen her breasts. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If I'm somewhere with my wife and some clown come and grab her and pull her thing down, my wife is going to be upset, swinging, talking. You going to see me busting.
I'm going to smile.
It ain't no smiling. She was on there looking like she had a good time, dog.
She's happy she got chose.
And then my thing is, like I said, I just don't want to turn it like that, but... could it have been some kind of prior interaction to where he felt like it was cool for him to walk up and do that? Because I know motherfuckers be drunk and stupid, but goddamn, nigga, you just walking up to strange ladies and pulling their tits out?
Yeah.
So
he should have known better, man.
This is what I'm saying. Was there some kind of prior interaction to where he felt like it was cool to walk up and do that? Because it wasn't like she turned around, looked at him, and slapped the shit at him.
Wasn't shocked.
She didn't run out the room like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. She sat there with an open mouth, giggling like, oh my God, he just showed my tit. You get me? So... was it some prior interaction? Because if that was my broad, she'd have turned around and slapped the shit out of
That's what I'm saying.
You get me?
She got fired.
Or something would have happened, but it turned into a situation like you said. She's sitting there smiling and giggling. So
she could have been very nervous too and didn't know what to do but do that. I'm not saying because I wasn't there, dog, but
yeah, but still.
But 10 years later, though, bro.
But my thing is, it's still gonna be some kind of incident to where you finna be let known that wasn't cool. You feel me?
That's all I'm saying.
I'm finna turn around and be like, why would you do that? And then I'm finna be like, oh, you get me? It wouldn't be an incident to where I'm standing there giggling and laughing and everybody's standing there and then I'm still
here. You lived a decade of your life after this incident. And since it's a trend now, it's a movement. And
so what? You've been watching him for 10 years? And what?
Yeah.
Did you not feel like 3 years ago it was appropriate to do? Or the year after that? Or, I'm pretty sure you watched his career. Yeah. I mean, at any given time, you could have been like, oh, no, I'm finna hit this motherfucker right now. Mm-hmm. To me, it's like a setup to where, okay, now he's been convicted of the Meg shit, so you're definitely gonna win now. You get me?
Yeah.
Because who wants more negative press? You get me? Mm-hmm. So let's just like a lawyer gonna tell you. Let's reach for the moon and hope we get the stars. You get me?
You know what? And then I'm gonna tell you this too. It's obviously video footage of this stuff out there. We just saw the video, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ain't no telling if her daddy's sitting at home looking on. Because see, nowadays, it ain't like back in the day to where you could do nobody ever see it. Nowadays, your daddy could be sitting up in the bathroom looking at the phone and all of a sudden some pop up.
In 2013, the internet was active, so it ain't like that was in the prehistoric times where the video just surfaced.
Just saw it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, so now she got it like she was highly upset and offended. Oh, I didn't know what to do. Oh,
it's because it's a whole movement protecting and advocating this type of stuff. Who's to protect artists, actors, and when these women are in these settings in hopes to meet these kind of guys and get some
is holding some video 10 years ago on their phone or something. Like,
man,
you can claim anything now. You guilty by the accusation nowadays. Public opinion guilt is way deeper than the court guilt now.
Man, the court of
you can win the case and still got to civilly pay.
The court of public opinion, I don't have niggas tell me what I'm doing, dog, that don't know nothing about me. Write me whole motherfucking scriptures on Instagram. You did this to such and such, and you did this.
Wow. You still getting blamed for with people, man.
All the time, dog. I'm the cause.
And let them know you're doing something, huh?
You still getting blamed, man. They still mad at what you did, huh?
All the time. You know what? It's a main 2 or 3 niggas, dog. The same.
They still going. They just go at you,
and they make it themselves every point, every time. They tell me I ain't with y'all, but here they come every week with the same old shit. Yeah. They up under every video.
Still, you
my Instagram.
Still getting blamed. Still
on still.
You off the show, man. How could you do that to him? How could you? I mean, I ain't with you no more, still. And then tomorrow, you see him there again.
It's
me again. Yeah. You again. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll be back tomorrow.
Man, I lost their motherfucking mind, man. You know what, though? One thing I want to clear up, though, man, I don't think no man should put his hands on no female. If he ain't invited to do so, dog, you shouldn't do it. And I do think that women do have the right to seek retribution, as do men, because I'm going to tell you what I didn't like. When I would go on a road with my artist or whatever, dog, this is an era of aggressive-ass women. I don't have women grab my ass before a dog or try to grab me and my shit, and I almost stole on the mother before, dog. I don't
getting sued. She gonna sue you.
How many women you don't have? Eiht don't came and just grabbed you or did some shit, feel like 'cause you a rapper.
I didn't have that.
Cause you probably so standoffish.
Yeah, I was standoffish and I was unapproachable. So I didn't give that of what, ooh, I'm gonna run up and grab him on the ad. No, I represented a different type of nigga when I was going out. So I didn't get approached by those type of females. I didn't look like the money play, or I looked like the nigga who would turn around and probably tell niggas to jump your ass, or
all of that shit
I would probably, a lot of females would say, "Oh, you was the unapproachable nigga," because you look like. So I didn't get none of that. I didn't get women grabbing on the ass or, hey, nigga, let me,
I mean, and then, You be the what if you was the nigga that sat up there and you in the day we all was rocking and rolling outside, you out there on the news because some girl grabbed you in the swipe. They looking like this bitch ass nigga. You supposed to be happy. You supposed to be happy the bitch was on you.
Yeah. Yeah, back in those days, nigga, what's wrong with you, nigga?
Yeah, so it's like that's
think
crazy.
about it now like this though, dog. You in the era now, dog.
Nigga called you one of them letters, man.
Come on, man. You
nigga.
Ain't no himtoo movement, nigga.
Come on, man.
Check this out though.
Oh, two-step ass nigga.
All this stuff, man, it's like Bill Cosby situation, man, seemed like it just opened up a floodgate for everybody to come out. Oh, and it's a former Playboy model. Victoria Valentino has publicly accused Cosby of drugging and raping her in 1969 and accuses in Nevada playing legal action thanks to look-back window laws. See, this look-back window law, dog, is really a violation of motherfuckers' right, dog.
Yeah.
Because who's to say there's some a nigga might not even be thinking about, let's say you accidentally bumped into a broad a year ago and you bumped up against her booty, not on purpose, but you walk past, oh, this nigga Eiht touched my ass 10 years ago.
So what state is that law cracking in?
Man, that's out here in California. Let me see, the look back.
Because, you know, I thought his other cases was in Philly. This a California woman tripping?
Yeah, because she said 1969.
Damn. The birth of Crippin'. You coming with it? That's in Nevada?
So what they did was they went and filed a case in Nevada. The incident didn't happen in Nevada, but she's probably staying there or whatever, so you can go file a case.
Wow. Okay, listen to this. This is why it's important to be looking at those little things that come up in your mail about the different bills and stuff that's being passed, and motherfuckers don't pay attention. On January 1st, 2023, the Sexual Abuse and Cover-Up Accountability Act, otherwise known as California Assembly Bill 2777, went into effect. The law opens up a 3-year look-back window permitting survivors to file civil claims for sexual assault beginning on January 1st, 2023, and ending on December 31st, 2026.
Civil claims. So meaning, basically, you still got time to get your money. We can't put them in jail, but you can get you some bread.
I do think it's some motherfuckers that should be held accountable for some shit that they may have done. But some of this shit is going to get ridiculous, dog. I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. We ain't questioning accountability. We questioning time frame and the energy behind what's moving people to us. Everybody energy ain't genuine with this.
Now, if my daughter came to me and told me crying one day that the motherfucker did something to her 8 years ago, you damn right I want that motherfucker to pay retribution. I don't give a Sometimes it's hard for girls to come forward with certain shit. For whatever reason, dog, it's hard for, especially for women, to come up and say, you know what, this dude has been doing this to me, because it might be a motherfucking family member.
What's the ceiling on it to where you getting accused of something but didn't do it, but still got to pay because the accusation alone can damage your whole thing of what you got going on currently, where you just break bread just to make it go away and you didn't even do it.
That's what I'm saying, because I'm going to tell
you know what I'm saying?
It's some niggas that just don't have time for shit like that.
Yeah.
They got a money play going on and they can't afford the bad press. So sometimes it's easy just to ship a broad off $50,000, $60,000 if you hear you. Just take this. It's like the boy that was playing football. He had to be the dumbest motherfucker in the world. The boy that got caught going to massage parlors.
Oh, my guy from Cleveland?
Yeah, the dude that went over to Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
Because they offered him the opportunity. He should have just kicked them bros down. You gonna got a $100 million contract, my nigga. You supposed to take 5 of that. It's going to break them hoes off.
But I think that the whole state and the organization at the time he was working for supplied him with all his wants, his little fetishial needs until it was time to go. Because if he never was gonna leave that squad, we would have never found out about none of that.
You don't think
if he
so?
wasn't leaving the Texans, we wouldn't have found out about that.
You know what I still think? I think he should have broke bread.
We wouldn't have found out if he wasn't leaving the damn Texans.
You know what? See, in the statute of limitations for sexual assault is 20 years from when the offense was committed, but if the victim reports it to law enforcement like a police report within 20 years, there's no time limit. So a nigga could have did some shit, dog. You remember when we was kids, dog? You can't tell me you ain't pinched little girls' booties.
And run to the bathroom and all that old. That was the games you played. I go get it.
It was right, though, but so if a nigga, so does that say that where if you a 25-year-old nigga Little Tanisha, whose booty you might have pinched back in 3rd grade, come back now and said, that nigga assaulted me. I'm suing his ass. This shit is getting crazy.
Out of countless games of how I go get it, I can still get booked.
But she saying a nigga drugged me and all kind of, man, these...
Man, Bill Cosby was
I
up
just
there
don't...
Mickey's.
Man, he was giving them that Spanish
Listen,
fly, man.
My thing is this. The regard, like I said, now I'm not gonna, we're not gonna speak ill of the female because it doesn't matter, it don't matter and it's still and but my thing is, why now? Like, no time limit, whatever, it's not right, whatever, but lives have changed. Bill Cosby 1,000 years old.
Come on, man. We thought he was gonna die in prison.
What you want? So at the end of the day, this is what I said. What's the end game? Okay, because you want to go back and you want to, prove that he drugged you in 1969. Okay, you didn't say nothing in 70, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5
presidents ago, this man touched you. Drugged you, allegedly.
And y'all was all getting drugged.
You wasn't even jumping in the boat with all those bras in 2018.
What was it, the Playboy Mansion situation? They was all partying at the Playboy Mansion.
Ain't no telling what she had Bill do for her.
Like,
they said she was like she was doing something because, met in the dressing room.
All I got
met him in the dressing room after the Fat Albert show or something.
Man,
my niggas, hey, check this out though. My niggas was cold with the Mickeys or something. What they was doing, man.
Have you ever listened to a Bill Cosby album?
Still, what was they doing? Dropping something in the
Have you ever listened to a Bill Cosby album? Have you ever listened to a Bill Cosby comedy album?
Wait a minute.
No, I'm about to tell you.
Oh, real talk,
I'm about to tell you, Eiht.
Bill Cosby, he was a star, right?
It was albums.
He was a star, right?
Talked about that on the jokes.
Look, I think it was a star right back then. Sidney Poitier movies. He was doing all.
Jamie Foxx.
Why you drugging the hoes? Just offer the a couple of dollars, man, to get you some.
Come on,
why he in there? He won't. He won't him like this.
In the bedroom.
He won't him like this. Look, he won't him like this when he walk in.
He want him laid out and ready, man. He ain't got no time for no. No dialogue. No dialogue. No dialogue.
He there just taking it. One nigga want her in the
talking.
He want her in the court. Look, he start off like this. He walking in. He start doing like this on her.
There she go. All right, she ready.
Let me pull that clip up.
She ready. She ready. She ready.
Look, Kato, then he start doing one of these with the jacket. He start
pulling off that cashmere. No, he got the sweater on. He got the sweater on.
He started zipping the sweater, and then he make one grab for that breast.
He
take that bare breast out. It's probably just bare, and he just grabbing on it.
Wash it down with this Coke.
She like,
Take this spoonful of pudding.
Hey, she probably over here just, He like, oh yeah, she ready.
Wake up with the money on the dresser and the tuition paid. He gone.
She wake up, the titties is out.
Yeah.
The skirt pulled up. Bill over there eating some Jell-O pudding.
Yeah, what you mean? What you talking about? I was sitting right here the whole time on the phone with Camille. Soon as you said something, I was right there.
That nigga done got him something. He done got him something and slid out the door when the wake up. She finally said, what the is that happening? Bill on set somewhere.
He up in there got his Fat Albert voice going on the bitch.
Set and Fat Albert.
Hey.
Hell, man. During the segment, Cosby recalls hearing the myth of Spanish fly as a boy. It's believed to be an aphrodisiac that could, in Cosby words, light up women. The routine turns more unsettling when Cosby fast forward to his adult life when the TV show he starred in, filmed in Spain, according to Cosby. Both he and the co-star Bob Cupp couldn't wait to get their hands on some Spanish fly to use on women in the land of Spanish fly.
And she done drunk. She done drunk that whole fifth.
Yeah.
And she over in she just
ready.
Nigga done.
Playing sleep.
Yeah.
What about the women that knew Bill get down and was trying to get the bills?
Like, nigga, give me
Slide me to
like niggas
NBC.
fly me up, nigga.
Yeah.
nigga, wake me up, nigga. Let me be
up
under
when Bill get here.
I'll be under the table somewhere, just up.
Well, this is what the woman said. She said she met Cosby in 1969 when she went for an audition after her 6-year-old son died. She said she remembers telling Cosby about the death of drowning, but didn't hear from him again until she and her roommate ran into him at Cafe Figaro in Los Angeles.
Ran into him.
I was surprised, but he saw me sitting there crying because I was having a hell of a day, she said, referring to her grief over her son. Cosby offered to pay for a spa for her and her roommate. Valentino said and offered to take them to dinner afterwards. She said that she didn't want to go, but that it appeared that Cosby, who had just started the hit show I Spy, seemed sincere in his offer. We weren't looking for a date, but you know, when a big star of the popular television series is offering to reach out to
I
you,
Spy, baby.
seemingly in sympathy, you know, you kind of can't turn it down, she said.
Come on, man. And he was running the game back then.
He was like, oh, yeah, you can take you to dinner, baby.
She said she didn't want to go, but she said, how
You wanted to go.
Star? Huh? Let me see. She said that she began grasping at Cosby, who was out of her. Hold on. Okay, here we go. And at dinner, Cosby offered her and her roommate a pill and said it would make them all feel better.
Offered.
Yeah, baby.
Valentino
He
said-
offered.
Come on, baby.
Hold on. She said that she believed he faked taking his own pill and that he put a second one directly in her and her roommate's mouths. They began to feel unwell and asked to go home, Valentino said, but instead of driving them home, she said Cosby took them to a townhome where he said he wanted to show them his I Spy awards. Valentino said she thinks she must have passed out after Cosby got them out the car because she said she woke up in a room with Cosby sitting by her roommate. He looked like he was getting ready to pounce on a little mouse, she said. Then I saw a bulge in his pants. I knew he was going to rape her while she was unconscious. I just felt very protective of her and I tried to distract him. She said that she began grasping at Cosby, who was out of her reach, and that she couldn't quite form her words in her state. Cosby then came over to her, she said, seemingly angry at her attempts to stop him. Valentino said that she stood up. She immediately felt her legs collapse beneath her and ended up kneeling in front of Cosby, who was on a love seat. Cosby then, according to her retelling in her lawsuit. So she said that she was so weak, she just fell down in front of his knees.
And he got it.
So was she more mad that he faked take the pill, wanted him to be off the pill too? Because if he offered the pill and you took it,
she said she let them put it in their mouth.
Yeah, that's and then why?
So I don't understand how does that stand, because it's not like he slipped something in a drink and she didn't know about it.
Yeah.
He told her
this
is a pill that's gonna make you feel better. He didn't say it's a Tylenol or aspirin. The nigga said this gonna make you feel
at a restaurant
better. And he
public.
put one in her mouth and in the homegirl mouth. Now, she could have instantly said and spit the motherfucker out.
Or could have not took it.
Or she could have said.
Are you mad that the homegirl got it before you?
No, she mad. No, it seemed like. It seemed like this is just a futile money grab or something it is. Because first of all, it's happening almost, 30 years later?
1969, hell no, it's 50-something years later.
Whatever.
Half a century.
I'm not breaking down math right now.
Years.
So 52 years later, she decides
enough is enough. Tired of this shit.
I just want to
reiterate. Hold up. 52 years later, after admitting that he put the pill in her mouth, he didn't force it.
Sat it on the
she
table.
Never said
Roll it down a little bit, Brian.
Sat it on the table.
He never said he forced it in her mouth. She said he faked taking his own pill, and he proceeded to put a pill in the homegirl's mouth and one in my mouth. So you could have easily spit it out. Or when the nigga hand come into your mouth, you could have been like, no, I don't want that. But you hear her say, but it's Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
You get me?
And I want to see those I Spy awards. I gotta see the I Spy awards.
From the I Spy.
And she wanted to see the awards.
So who's gonna tell him no? Right?
In 69.
That's what she's looking at.
And the way she described it, that she fell right in front of him when he was in a love seat on her knees and he just put his Her mouth. Okay, here you go. Andrew Wyatt, Cosby spokesperson, accused Valentino in a statement Thursday of having no proof of facts and of going from town to town with her allegations. He also alleged that the legislation that allowed her suit was a violation of Cosby's constitutional rights. Cosby has consistently denied all allegations of sexual misconduct. What graveyard can Mr. Cosby visit in order to dig up potential witnesses to testify on his behalf, Wyatt said. America is continuing to see this as a formula to make sure that no more black men in America accumulate the American dream that was secured by Mr. Cosby. Valentino pushed back against accusations that the allegations against Cosby, whom 60 women have accused of sexual assault, had anything to do with his being black. Andrew Wyatt has tried to make it seem as though it's about race, but it's not about race, she said, adding that Cosby was an equal opportunity racist and probably the most prolific of the 20th century. This is about not race. All them 60 women can't be lying, my nigga, though.
I'm not saying they're lying. Because
I just think that everybody has a choice at the end of the day.
You can't say that. No, I mean I don't know. Like I said, but how many my nigga had accused him? How many accused Deshaun? 30, 20?
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So, to say you get me.
And then it's a thin line between the niggas saying you lying and then saying that,
and it's not
that
even
was a lifestyle.
This ain't even 1969. This was what? A couple of years ago. You had what? Over 20 women accused Deshaun of sexual assault, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is after what? After he
and
said
all we trying to get clear is, okay, what's the cutoff far as they say, you can just accuse the past when you want to, but okay.
The cutoff, because as a woman, you can say whatever. Again, this happened 50-something years ago. Deshaun happened what? A couple of years ago? You had over 20-something women said he sexually assaulted him. How many criminal cases came up about it?
None. All civil.
And it was all, that's all this is about. This ain't about
all civil.
Stuff. This is the former Playboy model. She was a Playboy model. Look at Bill, how he looking, man. Bill is looking like this. Look at this. Look how Bill's face look.
Bill, like, I don't remember that
I don't remember that.
He said, I don't remember that ass. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
And what is, and like I said, not to say it's wrong, whatever.
Laughing.
Bill, like, I don't remember that.
Still rocking with him.
Yeah, Bill's ass went and ate some pudding after he did that shit.
And they go,
he don't remember.
The corner, chocolate pudding on their ass. Nigga, like,
I mean, I seen the surviving Bill Cosby documentary.
That nigga was like,
you know what I'm saying?
Another one.
It's just a cold thing.
He's the original Khaled. He said,
another one.
While he was eating his pudding, another one.
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes. If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Gangster Chronicles, this is not